Jean Lafitte, the infamous pirate of the Gulf Coast, is often remembered for his smuggler's life. Yet his story in New Orleans paints a more complex picture. Born in France or possibly the Caribbean, he became a master of the seas, leading a band of privateers and outlaws. While some saw him as ruthless, others whispered about his cunning generosity, offering protection to those loyal to him in exchange for allegiance and profit.
In the early 1800s, New Orleans teetered on the brink of chaos, threatened by foreign invasion and local unrest. Lafitte, with his hidden network, operated a secret empire of smuggling, trading goods like sugar, rum, and weapons, which often ended up in the hands of desperate townspeople. He lived in Barataria Bay, a marshy labyrinth perfect for hiding ships and treasures, where tales of hidden gold and secret coves were whispered across the Gulf.
Rumor paints him as a man who could charm, cheat, and intimidate with equal ease. He was known to gamble heavily, favoring dice and cards, yet those who earned his respect were rewarded with shares of plunder and sometimes even protection. His reputation was both feared and admired. The Spanish and Americans alike struggled to classify him, labeling him criminal or patriot, depending on the day and the rumors circulating.
When the British approached New Orleans during the War of 1812, Lafitte's allegiances became the subject of heated debate. Officially a pirate, some thought he would side with the enemy for a higher payday. Yet secretly, Lafitte had ties to local merchants and citizens, and his knowledge of the Mississippi and Gulf Coast made him a potential ally too valuable to ignore. Letters and covert messages hint at negotiations behind closed doors, blending self-interest with strategic loyalty.
Lafitte's men, skilled in artillery and naval combat, were a ragtag force capable of creating chaos or defending the city. Though they plundered and smuggled, their participation in the defense of New Orleans was instrumental. Stories tell of Lafitte supplying General Andrew Jackson with gunpowder and cannons from his hidden caches, turning smuggled weapons into instruments of city survival, blurring the line between crime and heroism.
Critics accused Lafitte of exploiting the war for his benefit, suggesting that any help he offered came with strings attached. He demanded pardons and titles, yet many citizens recall his fair treatment and protection during chaotic times. Some even claimed he personally saved townspeople from looting soldiers or intervened in violent disputes, adding layers of mystery to his dual identity as both outlaw and protector.
The streets of New Orleans buzzed with tales of his flamboyant presence, a pirate in fine clothes, adorned with medals and a commanding air, yet carrying the aura of danger. Witnesses claimed he could switch between charm and menace in a heartbeat, leaving allies and enemies alike unsure of his true intentions. These tales mingled fact with exaggeration, giving Lafitte a mythical status that persists in folklore today.
After the battle, Lafitte's contributions were recognized, though unofficially. While some officials wanted to prosecute him for piracy, others quietly acknowledged that, without his knowledge and men, the city might have fallen. He was offered a pardon for his services, yet his future remained uncertain, and he slipped back into legend, continuing his maritime adventures, leaving behind whispers of treasure and daring escapades.
Historians debate his true motivations. Was he a self-serving pirate exploiting circumstances, or a reluctant hero aiding a city he had ties to? Evidence is scarce, and many of his actions are filtered through biased accounts, rumor, and exaggeration. Yet his story embodies the contradictions of human nature: cunning and courage, greed and generosity, chaos and protection, all in one figure navigating uncertain times.
Today, Lafitte's legacy is both celebrated and vilified. Monuments, museums, and tales remember him as a pirate with a heart, a figure who straddled lawlessness and civic duty. His life inspires countless stories, from historical accounts to animated adventures, reminding audiences that history is rarely black and white, and sometimes the most colorful characters are those who walked the line between villain and hero.